What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Team Beterbiev. Get this. Team Beterbiev states that Bivol had Canelo on the ropes and wouldn't pull the trigger. With Artur, that's a whole different program. Of course, Dmitry Bivol upset Canelo Alvarez when his attempt to come and take on the WBA champion at 175, Dmitry Bivol. Bivol showed him, he danced him, he boxed him, he moved very well, and he got the job done. But according to Team Beterviev, or Beterbiev, they state Bivol is very good. Skill style, beautiful win. But Canelo's a very small guy, and he showed that. The thing is, Bivol had Canelo on the ropes, and he wouldn't pull the trigger necessarily. He didn't really try to get him out of there. With Artur, that's a whole different program. While it's a great win, taking nothing from that, just saying Artur and Canelo is a different ball game. Artur is way too big, way too strong. He's going to get him on the ropes and slaughter him. Ouch. Canelo moved up twice, and who didn't he fight? It is what it is. Bivol is going to realize that Artur is not Canelo. He's not a small guy. Bivol is not going to have Artur on the ropes and letting his hands go, and Artur is trying to hide and cover up. It's a different fight. If people think Artur is going to win, outbox Artur. If people think Artur is going to win, outbox Artur, I say, okay, no problem. But if you base it on Canelo, or on the Canelo fight, I think that's smart business. Okay. Those are the words of Team Beterbiev. Well, Mr. Scully, which is the trainer of Beterbiev. And let me counterpunch. What he's saying is those are two different fighters, and you shouldn't misconstrue how those fights will go. Like I've been telling people, and I will continue preaching the idea, the fact. Okay, the reality that Canelo and Beterviev are two different fighters. Canelo was a smaller guy. You know what I mean? Listen, Beterviev is that guy that looks eye to eye with Bivol. Canelo was not. Bivol's ass is 6'1", 6'2". Artur is what, 6'1"? Canelo's a small guy. And Canelo tried to overcompensate by throwing harder punches. But what really happens is when you're a smaller guy throwing hard punches, trying to make a bigger fighter or a bigger guy respect you, you're going to gas out. You're not going to be that same guy that's able to comfortably put punches together. Because you're constantly trying to enforce these power punches. Power punches, the way that Canelo was throwing those shots, when you throw those punches, it's almost like a video game, and you throw your special move, but then it takes a while for it to build up, right, back up. That's how it is. You know what I mean? So Canelo had to do that. So when he would load up on those shots, bow! So he would jab, and throw it up or cut up the middle. That takes a lot out of you energy-wise. But then Bivol was able to do that. But most importantly, what they were saying, hey, well, Bivol had Canelo on the ropes, and he didn't try to get him out of there. And my counterpunch to Team Beterbiev is that's not Bivol's game. Okay? So, of course, he wouldn't do that. He's not a knockout guy, nor should he become a knockout guy. You can't expect Erislandy Lara to be a knockout guy. He's a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Beterviev is the knockout guy, but they were saying that because of this. Bivol won't be able to do Beterbiev like that. Beterbiev is a guy that won't be trying to cover up because he will either be stepping to the left or to the right, and is a much bigger guy. And when he imposes his will on you, when they do start to jab in the middle of the ring, you will see how stronger one is than the other, or how equal or whatever. You know what I mean? We don't know, because I think Bivol has great defense as well. So don't get that twisted, people. Not for a second. And we were talking on the live last night, and someone mentioned, well, Bivol can fight going backwards, and that is absolutely true. you know, and he's going to need to fight backwards because you got a guy that's very, very good coming forward, you know, and according to Team Beterbiev, Beterbiev will come forward and try to close the show. So he was basically showing the differences between two styles. That's basically it, which, what does that mean? Really nothing. You know what I mean? Bivol's going to win how Bivol's going to win. He's going to fight you and beat you in a 12-round fight just like he did his last fight in the Days of Reckoning. He got a knockdown. Yeah, he had some, you know, some good moments in the fight. He wasn't boring, but he's not something that people think, you know, he's not a knockout guy. He's not that KO artist. That's Beterbiev's deal. I think Beterbiev at this point, if he don't knock you out, he probably ain't going to win. You know what I'm saying? You know, unless he has a few knockdowns and things like that. But that's what he specializes in. You know what I mean? And he can do a lot of things and get you out of there, but it's basically the same thing, putting constant pressure on you and beating you down to submission. That, you know what I mean? That's Beterbiev's thing. That's not Bivol's thing. His thing is to box you, you know what I mean? Show you blinding speed and combinations, you know, keep you on the defensive and beat you round after round, you know, which is nothing wrong with that, you know. So they're just saying, hey, we're not Canelo, Bivol, watch out. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Team Beterbiev criticizing Bivol for not trying to get Canelo Alvarez out of there. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!